It's time for another one. Oh, yeah. Welcome back, guys, to another live stream. How's the Roughneck community doing today? It's been a cold winter. I'm chucking back some caffeine, and we're just gonna have a short little bit of a stream here today. As you can see behind me, well, let me move out of the way. I went crawling the other day. It was cold out, of course. But as you can see, there is two Vanquish optics right there. The red and black one is me. Soon to be an upcoming project, another live stream project, probably. Possibly. I don't know. I don't know if I'm going to film it or not, but hey, Les, how's it going? So that is what I did on yesterday. I went out crawling and did some stuff, which was kind of cool. I actually got that rig right over here. Oh, and this green screen thing isn't working out so good, but let me adjust the background real quick. We'll change up the background a little bit because it is what it is. Let's shut this off. Let's see. We have to go all the way back here. Boom. Is that better? I don't know if that's better. We got some light coming in here, but this light over here is being a problem, so we'll adjust that. All right. we got that taken care of, and we'll give us some forward light. And how's that, guys? Is that better? We'll adjust the camera a little bit. There we go. Do I look better that way? Maybe a little. Lighting is a key thing. It's not always depends on what I was trying to show you, but I did go crawling yesterday. It was cold. We did optic run on the trails. First time out with the optic on the trails. And overall, I have to say it did well. I did have a couple problems. One, for some reason, the stock switch here was giving me some issues. A little bit. Actually, I had to go fishing to get this out of the water because it died in the middle of it because of this the switch problem here. Like Hex X. Hey, I just wanted to let you know that I miss. I'm not reading that, man. That's trolls trying to get a rise out of me or something, talking about hemorrhoids and things. But as you can see, optic is here. I'd have the other panel off right now. The switch gave me some problems, which made me have to go fish this out of very cold, like ice cold water. Like, I live in New England and it is freezing temperatures, so like I literally had I actually had to fish this out of it was submerged. Had nothing to do with the switch has been giving me problems before then. Like, so we did get some nice rub marks, some scratches here and there. And but overall, I mean, other than that, and then the other thing that happened to me on the trail was this little screw here that holds the servo arm in. That came loose and popped out, popped the servo arm down, which easy fix. But I was kind of impressed for a trail buggy. It did well. Now this is in stock form, guys. Like it is. Have no brass. No, this is just like an RTR out of the box in the form bell. We're gonna change that. Not on this stream, but we are gonna change that. We do have some brass components, some that we're going to be putting in to give it a little bit more weight in the front. We're going to change the livery, which this is the red and black one, but we're going to do something different. We're going to change the cage color. But the biggest thing we're going to do is we're going to take this brushed motor out of this, and we're going to put a Fusion in it. We're putting a Fusion Pro into this. That's going to do two things. One, I won't have to deal with this faulty switch thing, which really drives me crazy. But two, I'll have better control and adjustment over everything the rig does. Um, a lot better response, throttle response and stuff, and it should be really really good. But until then, we're gonna keep running here because I'm collecting the parts right now to do that. Uh, it though I love the megalithics, I don't know if we're gonna keep running them. Um, well, we may, but I might get a different set. I might put two twos on this, 2.2s. Those are 1.9s. I prefer 1.9s, but not on my trail rigs. Jack, hey, how's it going? Jack says I'm looking for a person who has good connections to get software development projects. Many mobile apps. I'll give you 30% since I'm from a third world country. Um, Jack, I'm flattered, man, but yeah, I run, I run too many things as it is. Uh, I'm a special effects artist by trade. I have a full time job. I run this channel. I also do a cosplay group. I also do Renaissance Fair events. I'm a very busy guy. Like I can't get involved in anything else. But that's awesome, man. I wish you luck. I hope you find the right person. It's very very important when you're staffing out to have the right people for the job and for the project. And I do appreciate it. It is one of those things that I really can't. I don't have the time, and it's not in my wheelhouse. Like I do some editing, basic editing and stuff. Oh, no problem, Jack. I mean, you know, just we'll get the word out. Hey guys, if you fit the role that Jack is looking for, um, message him. Let him know you're available for some work. Um, but only the right person, Jack. Remember, you gotta make sure you have the right people in to be successful. Because a bad person can destroy your reputation and your company. Mm. Speaking of the, this was one of the projects I did. Just finished this up recently. I figured I'd share this with you. Um, this is from the movie Evil Dead, the original Evil Dead. Uh, as Evil Dead 2 and Army of Darkness and all those other movies came out, the book got bigger. This is to the first one measurements, exact measurements. Oh, thanks, Jack. Um, this is for a very close friend of mine, and I promised I would do it, so I finally got it done. I did have to illustrate it. I'll just flip through a couple pages here. So it is fully illustrated. Built this from scratch. Once again, Evil Dead is a horror franchise. Um, that was, you know, seen many different spin-offs since. I mean, you had the Evil Dead series on HBO. You had so I mean, but I figured I'd just share it real quick with you. This I was busy finishing this up for the past couple weeks. A lot of work went into this, and I'm hoping she enjoys it. And normally I charge quite a bit of money for something like this, but I'm going to give it to her as a Christmas present because she's a very close friend of mine. So, but there is that because we are gearing up for holiday season here, and whether you celebrate Christmas or not, um, it is time of year where we should be mindful of others and be giving and stuff, and not everything's about money. So there's that. I finished that project. Mm. It was a pretty cool. It was a pretty cool project. I it took me well, probably from beginning to end to do that book. It took me probably about 3 weeks. Remember, I have other things going on too, so like it wasn't like every single day. But let's see what Jack said. That looks amazing. Thanks, Jack. I appreciate it. Jack goes, wow. And Jack says, that's heartwarming. Yeah, it is. It is. It is heartwarming. Something like that with my work and what I charge for all my work is custom. Um, would it'd be very expensive. So you know, like I tell people, if you come to me and you want me to build stuff, you're going to be paying. You're going to get a one of a kind piece, and you're going to get what you want, but it's not for free. You know, I have very specific skill sets, and having a special effects and makeup and stuff background, prop building, that whole nine, I'm able to produce movie quality stuff, but you're going to pay for it. You're paying for my skill. You know, that right there is probably $800 to $900 worth of work. Um, just so you know, like now it's time consuming illustrating it. There was no book. I built it from scratch, so all that plays into that. Um, but yeah, like I said, very close friend of mine. I'm actually going to Massachusetts to see her and her husband. They're both very close friends, and to give her her Christmas gift, which is that book, and give him his Christmas gift. And that's it is the season to be loving and sharing, and that's what can I say. But anybody else, they want me to do that again, that's going to cost. It's unfortunately I can't feed myself and keep the lights on and keep all these things going for free. So I have to make money at some point. Well, anyone knows that. That's the way of the world. And RCs are very expensive. Let's bring you to this. This is a massive, massive truck. Pretty big, huh? That's what she said. Um, this is an X Max. Now, We're going to switch over to green screen so you can probably see. I'm going to see what I'm talking about here. It's a basher rig, not a crawler. The rig I showed you before, this is a trail crawler. Okay, the X Max is something completely different. Jack, have you encountered software development things? My friend Jack, no, I've never really do too much software development and that kind of stuff. Um, my my expertise is in practical effects, so there is that practical effects is where my expertise lies. Uh, Computer graphics and developing software and stuff like that is not really in my um, wheelhouse. Uh, I like to work with my hands, so I build things. Um, but I'm sure somebody out there, somebody, you're in the right place. Like I do have a following, and there are people that pop in and out. So you know, if that's what you're into, maybe one of my followers, many followers, have that background. A lot of people have that background. A lot of people are more into the digital realm than me. Now, that doesn't mean I don't know some stuff, but I'm a much older gentleman, even though I don't look it. And I've kind of checked out of technology for the most part. Like I have stopped trying to. I've become that in that age bracket where you're like, I know enough to get by, but to learn more, it is like I don't know if I want to learn more technology. But back on the subject here is the X Max is what they call a basher. Arkwell 1996. Oh man. Oh man, are you watching, Arkwell? Have you been watching? Are you just tuning in, man? Good to see you. Welcome to the live show here. We are talking about, just to catch you all up, that I went out crawling the other day with this thing. It did pretty well. I know it's Jeff, man. You know how I know it's Jeff? Because you're in my contacts and it shows me the J that's next to your phone number, like that I have. So if everyone wants to know, Arc Welder 1996 is a Rough Rider. He is part of my RC community. He is probably my right hand man when it comes to being um, part of my group. I am president of a crawling group. Well, it's actually an everything group. We do everything RC. And we get together once a month. And, Jeff has been with me since the beginnings when I first started the club. So that is another thing. But yeah, when crawling, there was some issues with this. Like I said, we're definitely going to be pulling the switch kept doing something weird, and we're gonna go brushless. We're gonna put a brushless system in it. We're gonna change the livery. We're gonna change the color panels because I have a very specific build I want to do with this, and we're gonna pull the driver's head off and we're gonna put a different head on. It's gonna be kind of unique. Just to recap, in case you all just turning in, just stay flowing here. This is the X Max. That is the X-Max. That is a basher. The other is a crawler. And this, move my coffee here. This is a buggy. This is also a basher, but this is also a racer. This is a four-wheel drive buggy. This we did a live stream where I repaired the servo and steel bottom. This does high speeds, so does the X-Max. Very similar terrain. So that is what is going on here. Let me show you in the background here. Let me switch this up. We're going to flip this over. And we're going to go. Oops. And I'm going to step out of the limelight here. Take a look at that, guys. Look at that terrain. All right. We're going to switch over. Switching over now to a different terrain. Same area. Same area. Let's see. As you can see, that area is a sand pit, a giant sand pit. I have just discovered it the other day. Someone let me know that this was actually 9 miles from my house. And this is the ideal bastion area for the X-Max or any fifth scale. It literally has enough open areas that you can have so much fun. Literally, like all the way to that way in the back corner there where you see just, it looks like a body of water. That is a body of water. It's a lake. All the way back to there. And there's jumps and stuff. People take dirt bikes and quads and stuff there for riding. And it is awesome. It's a very awesome area, and I can't tell you how excited I am to get out there and bash. Now, RC Bastion, if you're not sure what RC Bastion is, let's get rid of this screen here. If you're not sure what RC Bastion is taking a rig, not a crawler. You could probably bash with a crawler. I don't bash with my crawlers. My crawlers are very expensive builds. Taking a rig like the X-Max that does 50 plus miles an hour, and you launch it in the air, you do donuts in the sand, you do wheelies. Basically, it's like hot rodding for RCs. So when you hear someone say, I'm a basher, it means they're like legitimate, like want to do smoke shows and donuts and wheelies and jump in the air and go extremely fast over rough terrain. Like that is bashing. Now, what comes with bashing? Breakage. Anybody who has bashed long enough and hard enough knows that inevitably, eventually, your rig will break. And then you have to fix it and do it again. So, like, whether it's let me see. This is giving me a workout here. The X-Max. Bashing or a buggy bashing, eventually you're going to break it. Doesn't matter what it is. These things are not indestructible. They're built, the X-Max is built to take a punishment. It will literally take 90% of what you throw at it. But like anything, even us human beings, over time, parts get tired, they get weaker, and they break. Now, here's another thing about bashing that you need to know. You can bash in the wintertime, but your likelihood of breaking stuff increases the colder it gets because it's plastic, guys. Plastic in cold temperatures becomes brittle. No matter how strong of a plastic you have in these rigs, if it's cold and you're bashing, your likelihood to break that truck or whatever you're bashing or a buggy has increased by 100% full. Is it fun? Yes. But that is the downside in the wintertime of doing extreme bashing. And if none of you know this about me, I come from a basher background. I wasn't always into crawling. I used to love bashing. Like that's all I would do. And then I caught the crawling bug. And for the last, I want to say 5, 6 years, all I've been doing is crawling, trail crawling, and doing stuff like that. But we're going back to our roots now. We will be doing bashing. And to the point where I can't broadcast bashing live, so I'm going to be probably breaking out the cameras, and you're going to see new content. That's right, guys. You're going to see new content, so subscribe, please. Hit that like button and subscribe. Follow the channel, whether it's this face representing the channel or a new segment called Basher Bros. My buddy Jeff here, you might see his face. Now, I've told people, I told Jack that you need the right person to fit in any organization. Roughneck RC, Roughneck Adventures are both my properties. I spent 15 years building this channel. I spent a lot of time, a lot of money. So not just anybody can be the face of my channel. And the first thing that comes with staffing in any business is that you have to trust the people that you bring in. You have to trust that they'll do the job that you want, that you need them to do. And where I am always so busy, if I'm going to be bringing you guys lots of content, I need staff. So hi Alex, how's it going? So I will be bringing people that I trust into the fold, and their job will be hosting the channel versus I'll be more in the background. I'll still do live streams and you still see me every now and then pop up in videos, but I'm literally going to be supplying these guys with camera gear and telling them go out, film your truck, and I will edit it and I'll put it up on the channel. Literally, that's the job. But it has to be someone you trust because camera gear is very expensive. And, if you have $400 to $500 worth of cameras out, you need to know that that person isn't going to go run to the pawn shop and sell it and buy booze or drugs or whatever. And trust is not just freely given, trust is earned. So I have a tight knit circle when it comes to the RC community, people that I actually trust to do the right thing. So you might see Jeff become the new face of this channel. That doesn't mean I'm completely gone or disappeared or anything, but you guys want content. I'm one guy and I'm very busy. It's very hard for me to get out there and film stuff anymore. And not only just filming, so just taking a camera and filming is not the end all, the be all. You got to come back and do hundreds of hours of editing, and when you're running a YouTube channel, and so for those kind of things, no matter who's in front of the camera that you see, whether it's this face or another person's face, know that whoever I put in front of the camera on this channel is people that I who have earned my trust over a period of time, and that I feel very confident that they can do the job and that they would enjoy doing the job. You know, and what we need from the community is to come out and support the channel. So I'm gonna need some more coffee. Had Arkwell, you have the voice of radio. Well, you have a voice, brother. You do have a voice. Um, and Alexin said, "Hi," and what's up with the ring? But yeah, and yes, my hair's still blonde. I just have it slicked back. I put some stuff in it because it was just poof, all over the place. And I'm going out to a lunch, more like lunch slash dinner thing later on today. So that's why this is a quick stream. Well, sort of a quick stream. I'm gonna go get some more coffee, and why I get some more coffee, we're gonna throw on some background music, and I hope you all stay tuned because we're gonna talk more about bashing and more about this channel going back to its roots. I actually miss bashing. I haven't even gotten a chance to get out there. I'm still buying gear. And let's talk about the gear I need to run this X-Max, this beast. It's a beast, but we're working on it. We're working on it. When I come back, which is only going to be a few, I just need to do a K-cup. Caffeine is needed. And it's cold out. It's real cold out. It's like 13 degrees or something. It's crazy cold. Until then, we'll play some music for you. We'll do a little calm and chilling music for a few minutes. music stopped. Did I get just in time? I am back. I am back. I had to get the nectar of the gods over here. The nectar of the gods. Yes. Yes. Coffee is the nectar of the gods. All right. So where were we? Well, looks like only one person stayed. I'm sorry that took a few minutes longer. The coffee pot had automatically shut itself off, which means I had to reheat the water to make the coffee through the K cup, and now I got the nectar of the gods. Yes. And it's nice and hot. Mm-mm-mm. Ah, some yummy goodness right there, guys. Yummy goodness. I know. Probably not the most professional thing to do, walk away on a live stream, but I do that often. I am one person. Arc Welder, you're making wifey coffee and food. Huzzah! Huzzah to the tipper! We are moving on, like I promised. All right, in this bag. Yes, I have a bag. We have a bag of stuff here, guys. We do have a bag. To make the big X-Max go, you have to have the right power and battery number 1, because it takes 8S. These are 4S packs. Right there. Yes, and that is for real. That's what they cost. It's no joke. It's no joke. This is why it takes a little bit of time to get re-established in the bashing world, because things cost money. Battery number 2. That's right, 2 of them. 2 of them. You can do the math. Yeah, that's for real, guys. That's for real. What the expense that goes on with this hobby and to run this show and to run YouTube when you're in your mostly RC content, it is not it literally is not no joke. And we can talk about that. We need to get monetized, and to get monetized, I need you guys to watch every single video over and over and over and over and over and over again to get my viewing time up. We are this close to being able to monetize the channel. We want to monetize the channel, and to monetize the channel, it would help us financially to keep the channel alive and going, and for us to bring you more and interesting stuff. But for that to happen, I need viewing hours up. That means, like, turn on your TVs when you leave for work and click on the channel and have it on autoplay and just let it stream. The computer and algorithm doesn't know that the TV's talking to itself, but get those numbers up. And we're talking a huge amount of numbers. The goal for next year is to monetize this channel. I'll bring you content. I'll bring you videos if that's what you wish. But we need help, and the way you can help me without actually costing you anything is to watch lots and lots of my content. Get those. I mean, we're talking millions of hours of viewing time I need, and you only have a year to get it. This year's over, so the goal for next year is to get the viewing hours way up there, so then I can do things like bring you bashers and bring you new RC content and show you the newest and greatest stuff, because then it'll come out of the channel budget. And if it comes out of the channel budget, then the people behind the scenes get to have all those things available. And this is what one of those batteries looks like. In case you guys never seen one. All right. Traxxas is a very funny connector. Very funny connector. Very funny. I don't know what they were thinking. That brings me to problem number 2 with this truck. Problem number 2 is now I need a charger. And I got to charge 2 of these at the same time. The charger is $200. 200 American smackaroonies. Smackaroonies, 200 for a charger. Just to charge these $200 worth of batteries, just to put it into a $1,300 truck. Do the math. This is no joke. No joke. The hobby is very expensive. And for me to actually bring you content and to bring you stuff and to keep the channel alive, the next step is we have to get it monetized. Plain and simple. We need to start making money. I have brought you content for free for 15 years. 15 years. Not once have I asked you guys for anything. But as a community, as people who are subscribed to this channel and who enjoy my content and enjoy watching the crazy Roughneck adventure stuff, for me to continue to do that with the costs of everything keep going up, I have no choice but to try to get this channel monetized. And whether that means me bringing in fresh blood with fresh perspectives, me hiring an editor, whatever it takes to make Roughneck Adventures the #1 RC channel. That's right, you heard me. That I don't think small. I think big and grandeur. If I'm going to go after being monetized, we need to be #1. Okay, I'm an average guy. I don't have... All right, so like, shout out to Harley Designs and Scale Builders Guild. Those are names that you guys are probably very familiar with. How about shout out to an OG, RC Sparks? If you hear me, if you even know or remember me, like me and him started around the same time. RC Sparks is the OG, is the cream of the crop, is the one that inspired me to start YouTubing way back in the day, and he still does stuff now and then. So, like, we want to be on that level. We need to be on that level to exist on that level. Now, for that to happen, for me to get us to grow the channel to be #1. #1 means I would have employees underneath me. #1 means partnerships. Well, #1 means we get sponsorships. We get all sorts of things. Like, for this to happen, it's going to take me, my people that I know, and guess what, guys? Without you, there's no channel. So it takes you to do your part too. To bring Roughneck Adventures to the #1 spot. #1, man. Imagine if we were #1. All the things that would happen. It takes you, and it takes you guys to watch the content, to support the channel. And right now, what the channel needs you guys to do is literally sit there and stream nonstop, like binge watch all Roughneck videos and live streams back to back and keep it going. Build that number. Get that viewing number way up there so that we can get monetized. That's the first step to becoming #1. I would love to do nothing better but be doing YouTube for a living and have a crew underneath me that I can trust to get it done. But for that, it has to start somewhere. And we're this close. Literally. I think I need like, I don't know, it's a big number. I would have to look it up again, but it's a really big number. And the problem with the big number is that it resets every year. So we have 1 year to get this monetized. You want to see this channel grow? You want to see new and cool stuff? You want to see me do some stupid stuff like I used to do back in the day when things weren't so expensive? Like jumping through rings of fire and maybe making the X-Max walk across the lake. Like and do things that like are high risk that maybe if it don't make it, the whole rig is destroyed. I know you want to see that stuff. So if you want to see that stuff, you got to support the channel. And the best way to do that is to watch the content and watch it and watch all of it from 15 years ago on up through. I'm not saying you like it all, but I need those viewing numbers. Arc welder. You are funny man, Jeff. You go, not my Baja. Your Baja is an original HPI. We're not going to try to run it across the lake. What I'm talking about, my boy, is that if we get monetized, all RCs are bought through the channel fund. That means you get handed a brand new rig to do reviews on. You get handed a brand new rig to backflip and bust and do all the things on. And it all comes out of the channel fund. Not out of your pocket, not out of my normal pocket. It means also like when a new crawler comes out, we get it. when all the companies, all their new products, all the time. Before all that to happen, that's thousands and thousands of dollars. The channel needs to be monetized and making money. Because I can't fund that. So, yeah. Guys, support the channel. Watch it all the content, even the stuff you might not like. Watch it. Watch it. Give me the viewing numbers so I can get monetized. Let's make this the #1 channel. It has to start somewhere. It starts with you guys. If you want it, we'll provide it. But you got to show us that you want it by helping us get monetized. That being said, X-Max coming soon. And it's 8S, guys. It's the 8S version. It's coming soon. And we're gonna flip it. We're gonna jump it. We're gonna make it do all sorts of things. That little area I showed you for bashing, that's gonna be our home away from home. That's gonna be our go-to spot. That area is very impressive. And it's only 9 miles from my house. Now there are other bashing areas that we like, but that area has so much potential. My coffee. So much potential. You know, now some other aspects of the hobby that you may or may not know or are aware of. Tools. Oh yeah, tools. Tools are a cost for us. Tools are cost. Generally, tools are, if you buy the good stuff, you buy it and you're good for life. This is a cheap tool. Cheap. $10. You get a bunch of tips. You pull one out. They look like that. Goes into the handle like that. And you work on your stuff. Right? Great for the field. If you're out crawling on a mountain. Small, handy dandy, lightweight. Okay, that's just the tip of the iceberg. And you can get something like this for like $20. They're not the greatest quality. Now, if I can get it to go back into its spot, we'll be doing good. Not the greatest quality. Looks cool, right? But it's not the greatest quality stuff. Next up, some people swear by it. I've had this same toolkit for a very long time. Some of you may have seen this toolkit before. Not that. That's it. This is a toolkit. minus that. It didn't come with that, but it came with tools. You can get something like that for about $30. Remember, when it comes to tools, you get what you pay for. Now, I've had this same toolkit for 10, 12, maybe 12 years. It has seen better days. It has been out in the field. Here's the problem. As good and as cool as this toolkit is, see if you can see it. Focus. Focus. Not on my face. Not on my face. Can you see it? Oh, it's not focusing. I'm going to go way in the back. Way up here. It's not focusing. It's focusing on me. Dang it. Okay. Anyhow, this is stripped. Cheap tools will strip. Not only will you strip your tool, but you will strip the screws that are in the thing you're taking apart. Cheap tools. And you're like, well, $45 or $25 or $30, that's not cheap for a hobby. It's cheap tools. I'm going to show you what a good tool is. Oh, yeah. I'm in the process of getting good tools. I've been in this hobby my whole life. My whole life. Guys, I'm 50 years old. That's a long time. 50 years. I've had more than my share of cheap tools. Cheap tools will only last you so long. Can you get by with them? Yes. But then you're going to have to buy more. This whole kit needs to be replaced. Okay? Good tools. Not cheap. Okay? Not cheap tools. These are MIPs. There are other companies that make great tools. MIPs are the best tool you can buy for your money. Period. I only have 3. It cost me for these 3 $60. This is my little handmade stand. I have a little MIP sticker I want to attach to the stand. I haven't gotten around to it. I should probably do that right now, matter of fact. These are highly crafted, precision instruments. Beautifully done. They feel great in your hand. And they don't strip out. They last forever. You know how I know that? Because before I bought these 3, I bought this one. Same company, MIP. I've had this same MIP tool here. I think it's a 2.5 from MIP for 10 years. Not once have I stripped this end. This is the one I carry with me on the trail. That's why it's more dull and dirty. These, and this whole little rack that's going to be full of MIP's tools, stay in my house for me to build with. You can't. You buy cheap, you're going to have to replace it. How many times are you going to have to replace one of these kits? You're going to have to replace them. Every few years, you're going to have to buy another kit. Or you can ante up, buy the MIP line, and have high quality precision instruments of your hobby that will last you a lifetime. It's a no-brainer. If you're going to do RC stuff and you're going to do it in a big way, you need good tools. You don't necessarily have to buy MIP. Every manufacturer has their own brand, but MIP, in my vast knowledge, and as long as I've been doing this hobby, which, guys, it's been a very long time, these are the best tools I've ever had. They're just you ante up, you buy them, and you have them for life. They're like the Snap-on of tools. You guys all heard of Snap-on? Or some of you guys might be mechanics. You might know what a Snap-on means. It's that kind of quality in an RC tool. Buy MIP. I'm not sponsored. I'm not a shill. I pay for this stuff with my own money. I'm telling you, you're better off buying MIP and buying it once, spending the big bucks, than to buy a $25 Traxxas toolkit that will last you a couple of years, but then you have to replace it again. Get some good quality tools, especially if you build as much as we do or out in the field as much as we are. That's my spiel on tools. I'm going to put my sticker on. Good quality tools will save you so much headache. Nobody wants to have to drill out a strip screw. Nobody. And that's including me. I don't want to have to do all that. And it's even worse if you strip a screw and you're on top of a mountain or 3 miles in the woods with your RC. It's even worse. See? MIP. My MIP rack. For my house. We all do this. We're all victims of our own making. Okay? Like, some of you may or may not know this. We're all victims of this. I can spend $500 on tools. MIP, get the whole line. And trust me, it would be between 3 and 5 to get everything MIP offers, right? You could spend that, but in our head, it's like, well, that's another RC truck. Well, I'm telling you, instead of buying that other RC truck, get the good quality tools. How many RCs can you drive at once? Just one. I run a channel. I have to have variety. I have to have a little bit of everything. But how many can I drive at once? Just one. 15 years of being a YouTuber. And before that, numerous years of being in the hobby. And I'm just now buying good tools. I've spent thousands and thousands of dollars on trucks and builds. But not once have I, every time, victim of my own circumstance. Well, I could just buy another RC truck. Why do I want to spend money on tools? Do yourself a favor and learn from me. Buy the best. You won't regret it. Otherwise, every time you go for one of these cheap tools and it's stripped, you're going to be pissed off at yourself because you can't be mad at anybody else. You did it to yourself. Why am I fiddling with stripped out junk for tools when I have $50,000 in RC cars and it makes 0 sense? And you don't have to buy all the MIP stuff out the gate. But if you can, do it. I'm buying a little at a time. I have 4. I have my trail one. That goes with me. That's the most common size. So start with that. The most common size that you use the most of, buy that MMIP. If you afford a 3-pack, buy a 3-pack today. Maybe a couple months you buy another 3-pack of a different sizes. Like, you can build a vast library of excellent tools and be happy. I have the 3 sizes I use the most in MIP now. And now I want to get all the rest. But I was the idiot and I did it to myself. Oh, my cheap toolkit will get me through everything. I don't need to spend the good money on the tools. Well, yeah, things start stripping out and all of a sudden you're stripping screws and everything's going wrong. And that becomes it happens more than you think. Like, so you really want to have good quality tools to work on your they're toys, yes, but your RCs are very expensive. So when you're wrenching on these things, you do not want to be stripping screws. And the only way you're going to prevent that is to buy the best. And you'd be doing yourself a big favor if you listen to me. But that's about tools. It's important. A lot of people don't take that in consideration. Like, they just go, I was one of them. I'm literally the cat that's calling the kettle black here, but I was one of those people. Buy new tools or buy another RC. Buy new tools or buy another RC. Guess what I was always doing? Buying another RC. Now I am buying the best of the tools because I have a fleet of RCs. I don't necessarily need another one. But there is always another one. They are always releasing something new and shiny, and you go, ooh, I want that. And if you're married, oh God, your wife, she'll have your head. I'm not married. I don't got kids. This is what I do. It's fine. But if I was married, she would beat me silly. You know those old cartoons with the rolling pin to make pies? You see the woman like this chasing around. She would take one of those things. If you have one in your house, I actually do have them in my house. The pie crust rollers, and she will just beat you in the head, and you'd be like, it would be one of those actions. It literally would be, oh, it would look something like, damn. All right. Or if you have a hammer lying around, we'll just take the head off it so I'll bust my head. She'll go, and you'll be, what did I do? I'm stupid now. And she'll be like, I told you, no more of those damn silly toy trucks. And you'll be like, yes, dear. And guess what you're going to do? As soon as she's not looking, you're going to sneak another toy truck into that house. And you'll be like, oh, my buddy gave it to me. Or I got it in a trade. Or, I'm just helping out a friend and I'm fixing it and I'm going to drive it a little bit. You will literally, if you are addicted to RCs, will literally find a way of getting that new RC into the house after she has beaten you silly with the stick. That's married life. Uh-oh. I'm not married. I gotta put the hammer back together. It's a hammer I gotta fix. That is what you would be up against, unless you're like filthy rich, and then your wife is gonna be like, well, if you're buying your new RC there that costs $1,000, I want my Prada. I want my Gucci. Be like, you could get that truck, but give me my Gucci. And most people that are married, they know this saying: a happy wife means a happy life. So you're gonna make sure she's happy first, especially since you don't want to be sleeping on the couch, because then you get no loving, and loving's important. Definitely need the loving. one of the most beautiful things in the world. And loving is a cold word for something else, but you know what I'm talking about. If you're an adult, you know what I'm talking about. You don't want that. You don't want to be on a dry spell because you went out and bought or snuck in or did something crazy with the RC stuff. So, yeah, guys, what a great conversation we are having, huh? Everybody has left me. I think I don't see anybody popping up in the chat no more. The hobby is very expensive. It is not to be taken lightly. And if you have an addiction to small trucks, it becomes even more of a problem. But there's a lot worse things you could be doing. You could be hitting the bars every weekend. What about that? You can always be like, hey, I don't go to the bars. This is what I do. And I literally don't go to the bars. This is what I do. I work hard and play with small trucks. Have multiple endeavors of making money. For me, this is a hobby, but this hobby needs to pay to keep the channel going. It will always be my hobby. But we got to get those the viewing numbers up there, bud. We got to get them up. I dumped a whole bunch of information your guys' way today. Quite a bit. And I'm drinking coffee. And I have to start thinking about getting ready to go out. Going out to get some Mexican, man. Gonna get some Mexican food. Going out with family. Going to my favorite restaurant. I'm gonna have some soul food, as some people might call it. For me, it's soul food. I'm gonna have my favorite dish, and I'm gonna be content and happy. And then I'm gonna come home and I'm gonna watch TV and maybe wrench on an RC or two, but most likely I'm gonna fall asleep in a recliner like the old man I am, with the dog curled up next to me. That is my day. Because tomorrow I have to go to an eye specialist and have my eyes dilated, which means I will not be able to see at all. And generally when this happens, I get really sick and I won't be able to eat. So I'm going out, I'm going to have a great meal and enjoy it, because tomorrow I won't be able to eat because I'll get sick to my stomach and I won't be able to see, and all the problems of being an old man. So, yeah, there is that. We are doing that. That is a thing. So, oh yeah, there is one other thing we have ordered. We have ordered to try to combat insane prices like this. I like Z packs. I actually have two 4S Z packs on my shelf. So we have ordered an adapter that goes from a Z pack to a Traxxas plug. Once again, though, I don't know if this is going to work. Traxxas has a funny plug on the X-Max. It is very different. I don't know if it's going to slide in. That's what she said. Because it might not be the right fit. It might be too big. Or it might be too small. And if it's too small, it'll slide in, but it won't latch in. And then when you're jumping and stuff and that comes undone, oh boy, that's a mess. So we have looked and we have ordered, and it wasn't a lot of money. It was like $20 to get a Z-Pack adapter that may or may not work for the X-Max. It will work for our Traxxas plug, but it might only be the Traxxas plugs that that are like the normal shape, like the 2S, but are just rectangle and stuff, not shaped like the plug I showed you, which is just a funny shape. And we're gonna see if that works. I hope that works because I have 4 chargers for different batteries. Four right now. Now I have to buy a 5th one to charge batteries like this to bring you content of the X Max, which I know plenty of people bring content of X Max, but to bring you my content of an X Max, being bashed and stuff. And guys, just in batteries and charger, that's $500. Literally $500. American schmackaroos. That's not small chump change. I am going to order the charger, but I don't have to do it right away if the adapters work because I have Z packs sitting on my shelf. If that doesn't work, then I have to order the charger right away. And I'll know within a few days because I ordered those adapters from Amazon, which is everyone's best friend. And Amazon said it'll be here in a few days. So we will rocking and rolling, hopefully, in a few days. If not, we are going to have to cry about how much money we have to spend to make the X Max go zoom, 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 zoom all around and do backflips and wheelies and all the things that X Maxes do. And that's the part that stings a little bit, just a little bit. But it's coming. New content's coming. New videos are coming. And live streams are here and there. Actually, I'll probably be trying to get live streams back on the regular if things work out. So, now once again, get off that lazy boy. Stand up. Walk to that door. Turn the handle. Open the door and step outside. Because you never know what adventure you'll get into. So, and that's how we end our streams. Now, guys, it's been lovely. I have to get ready for a dinner. So, you all have an amazing, amazing afternoon. May you have a lovely holiday. And remember, get out there, play hard, and play dirty. And I'll see you next time.